This is part 3 out of 5-part review of OnePlus 7 Pro. During part 3, I will focus on some OnePlus 7 Pro features, gestures, face detection, and more. During part 1 of this review, I focused on unboxing and specifications, and during part 2, I focused on first setup. Let's now move on with part 3.
OnePlus 7 Pro offers a lot of really awesome features, so let's go through some of them one by one. Let's start with some basic ones. So let's go to Settings, and then Display, and then Status Bar. Here you have some of the options available on your status bar, and one of them is the battery percentage. By default, it is off, but I like it on. I like to see my battery percentage on my status bar, so this is where you turn it on. Another interesting feature here that you can see is the network speed. See? I like that. It shows you how much data is being used or transferred at any given moment. Once you come back to the settings, you can find customization, you can choose wallpapers, colors, font, tone, whatever. Sound and vibration, you already know what's there. Buttons and gestures, it's really awesome stuff. Quick gestures. Flip to mute, see? Put the device on incoming call to mute it. Interesting. 3-finger screenshot. I like that. So if you select that, see, if I put my 3 fingers on the screen, I can take a screenshot of that, look. And I just did. And the screenshot now traveled to my photos. See, it shows right in here. Okay, let's come back to the quick gestures in settings. Draw all for camera, to open camera. Let's take a look. This works when screen is off. It did, look at that, see? So the screen is completely off. All I have to do is this. There you go. One more time. There you go. So that was slick. I like that feature. Next, draw V to turn on off flashlight. So let's take a look. Let's turn the light off. And will the flashlight come on if I do V? So turning it off, and it did, see? The flashlight just came on. And can I turn it off? Yes, you can, see? That's pretty slick, man. I gotta say, you know, I love these features. Alright, so here we are. Give me my light back. Okay, let's come back to the quick gestures in settings. There's nothing set up for S. You can set something that you like if you want to. An M and then W, so you can set some other features. Let's set up face detection, and let's take a look how does that work. Let's see what it is. So that will have to be under security, right here. Screen lock pin, fingerprint, and then face unlock. So let's take a look at face unlock. Don't you look at my pin. Okay, so add face data. We'll be adding my ugly face to it now. So add face data. Add face data. When the front camera pops up, your face data will be added. Sweet. Also, they mention here that face unlock is less secure than other screen lock methods such as pin and fingerprints. Okay, allow face unlock to take pictures and video. Well, yes. Position your face inside the circle. So let's position my face inside the circle. Maybe I'll take my glasses off. Okay. Face data has been added. Note, for security reasons, face unlock is not enabled for banking or payments. Okay, great. Next. On this screen, you can decide if you would like to have your face unlock the phone as soon as the screen comes on, or if you would prefer to swipe before the camera detects your face and unlocks the phone. Okay, so now let's take a look if it works. So here's my phone. Swipe to unlock. Did you see that? Wasn't that like super awesome? Take a look again. So here's the phone, right? So now I can unlock it with my fingerprint. You already know it. Boom. And I can unlock it with the pin right here. Oh, the camera was popping out. Wow, it actually got me from the angle like this. So boom, here, and then let's slide. And it's with glasses on. When I was scanning, I didn't even have glasses. But let's take some other glasses. I want to put sunglasses on. Here, I'll show you this, see? Ew! Let's see if it can get me with those glasses on. Turn it off, turn it back on, and then swipe it. Haha, it failed. It doesn't know what's going on. That's good, man. So that's great. See, what it means is that, you know, my face wasn't really looking like it should. It said, nope, you're not the owner of this phone. I like that. I will admit that the first time I had experience with it was with OnePlus 6. It would literally open up the phone with most of the faces. It was very unreliable, but now it seems much better. So one more time with the glasses. Oh, it worked this time around. So it's confused, see? Oh, it opened up. It just took a long time. Okay, I'm taking the glasses off and let's take a look one more time. Now it's supposed to be fast. Yeah, so now it doesn't even sweat. But here you have it. This is the face unlock and it's pretty awesome. Let's see what other options we have. Screen rate. You can set it from your beloved 90 Hz to only 60 Hz if you choose so. It could save some battery life. I'm recording at 1080p, 30 frames per second, so you may not be able to see that, but to my eye, it feels so smooth and I see this difference. I truly do. So for comparison, here you have my old OnePlus, so it's a little different setup, but take a look. Okay, so it is visible to an eye. I can see it. It's nothing hugely significant, but it is visible and it is pleasant. Night mode is interesting. So if you select night mode and you turn it on, see how it changes gradually, right? But that's nothing new. Reading mode is actually interesting. Turn on reading mode down here. Now it's all black and white. See, phone becomes black and white. It's no longer colorful. So it's a reading mode. But you may wonder how different it is from the actual e-reader. There you go, right? One of these. Because OnePlus says something about them being similar. Of course they won't be because, you know, they're just two different devices. Well, the difference is when you turn the light off, see, look. And that's what happens. That's the difference between e-readers and light on. See that? The interesting thing is that OnePlus is adjusting its screen to the light that surrounds it, but e-reader is the true e-reader that doesn't hurt your eyes as much. So there you have it. One thing to mention also, this is a waterproof phone, even though it doesn't have waterproof ratings. People did some tests that I have seen. They drop it to a bucket of water. The phone doesn't die. The explanation is that OnePlus doesn't want to pay for the certification, therefore the price of the phone is cheaper. They even made a joke saying that they prefer to pay for a bucket of water rather than for a certification to test their phones to see if they're not water resistant but waterproof. And of course they waterproof to only certain depths. But you know what? The OnePlus 6 I have, I actually dropped to a bucket of, not bucket, but a pot of water. And I pulled it out within maybe 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds. When I took it out, the only problem that there was with the speaker. It was making funny noises. And it lasted maybe for 30 minutes. Then the speaker recovered and everything was as if I never dropped it to any water. Nevertheless, let's come back to our settings and let's turn off the reading mode. Very interesting feature, I thought it is. Here is a little bonus footage comparing the iPhone 3GS to OnePlus 7 Pro. Difference is quite significant in every term. Also, this is pretty thick case for the iPhone 3GS. Nevertheless, you can see the difference. I think it's an interesting comparison, just size-wise and how things change and how fast they change. iPhone 3GS and OnePlus 7 Pro. Not a fair comparison by any means, but take a look. I bought the iPhone 3GS sometime around 2009, and at the time it has been a beast of a phone. It has been total future audience. So, I would like to welcome you in my studio on the 103rd floor in Atlantis. I've been just on the rooftop, wind got my hair messed up. Nevertheless, what I'd like to test here is the ability of this phone to do the voice typing. So let's open up an application. Let's say Notes. Just the regular Notes application, a new file. And this phone works decently with it, but oftentimes it messes up a little bit. Take a look. So let's just say something like this maybe. Hi there, period. I went to the beach today and it has been a fantastic day, period. Also, comma, I have purchased me a new Ferrari because I like slow cars. And Bugattis are blue because sunshine is on the beach. And that is not so bad, is it? Question mark. This is just a test of the speech recognition and voice typing, period. This time around, I have to say I am pleased with the result, period. Alright, you know what? That was pretty good. That was awesome. That actually got pretty much every word that I said. But what's important to mention on this is that sometimes when I just talk to it and there is some background noise around, say some cars passing, some people talking, TV playing, and sometimes it will not get these words correctly at all. But it works much better when you speak directly to the microphone. When you do that, then it gets those words better. I was hoping that it will not be so good this time around, but it was. So if there's only thing that I would improve about this phone is somehow this microphone to be able to better catch and recognize the words when I speak to it. And you just saw it perfect, but unfortunately it doesn't do it all the time. I have had this phone now for 6 months. And I am super pleased with it. What a great phone it is. So that's OnePlus 7 Pro. And if you have one, something like that.
This completes the part 3 out of 5 of the review. Go to the part 4, which will focus on
front camera free phone attracts this,
burst mode,
HDR,
12 megapixel default versus 48 megapixel manual mode picture quality comparison,
Pro mode,
RAW format,
Google Lens